Tsunami Studios.
Black Widow number 5. It's back, guys, after hiatus for why exactly? Why was this book on hiatus? I don't know. Why though? Because the movie was pushed to May? Well, why didn't we just release it all there? Then we'd have an actual trade ready for when the movie comes. I don't know. Whatever. But it's back. Thank God it's back. I missed this book. It is so good. Arguably one of my favorite books at Marvel right now. Kelly Thompson continues to impress me with everything she does. Elenina Casagrande, absolutely fantastic. I love it. This book was so good. You know, everything I say about the Christopher Cantwell and Cafu Iron Man book and how it's a perfect portrayal of that character, I think all of that could be said for the Kelly Thompson writing styles when it comes to Natasha. I think it works really well. It's absolutely breathtaking, actually. I love every second of it. So, we open up this book. We are seeing some undescribed flashback of the Romanov family. There's Natalia, there is Stevie, and there is James. And they're at the zoo just having fun, enjoying themselves. Everyone's having a good time, and we cut back to reality where we see Natasha's on the ground, and she is broken, and she's crying, and she has to save her family, but she's putting on a brave face. Suddenly, Yelena snaps her back to reality, and they have to move out of the apartment. And there's some nice moments where she's just saying her goodbye to her family, and Clint's trying to be supportive in a way. It's like, I'm here for you, you know, like, I know you're here. This is what we can do. We can get out of here, and everything can work fine. I'm here for you no matter what. Again, I love when an artist draws Clint with the hearing aids. That's a big thing for me. I love seeing that. And I love their friendship here. I think it's a really important thing is that these two don't have the sexual tension. I don't like the idea of Clint and Natasha as a romantic pairing. I never liked it. I don't think you need it. I like the idea that these two, for some reason, can bond with each other in this different way, even though they are from different walks of life. That is more important than the romantic or sexual tendencies between the two, and I think you get a good sense of that here. So we cut back to outside where all of our villains are getting their things in order. Weeping Lion's got a sniper on a roof nearby. He doesn't have a visual on like a spot where he can shoot them, but he's got them in his sights. He just can't get a right shot on them. The only person that they can't see is Winter Soldier. Viper's kind of freaking out like, this is really bad. Like, we got to move to plan B. Okay, Snapdragon, Red Guardian, this one's on you guys. So we see that Snapdragon and Red Guardian are on the roof. And I know I probably brought this up in one of the earlier issues, but I feel like the only reason Red Guardian is in this book is because he's going to be in the movie. And I think that's okay. And he's got the beard and everything. So I'm like, huh, are they going to make him a villain in this book? We'll get to more of that in a bit here. But in this scene, I'm like, oh yeah, Red Guardian's going to be in the movie. He's got a big beard in this book, like the movie. So the two of them land. They are instantly swarmed by the villains. I love it a lot. So Hawkeye is coming in for some action. He's blowing up the area, taking down Snapdragon. Then he's got his sights on Weeping Lion. He shoots an arrow right through the scope of the sniper, and I'm like, that is so cool. I love seeing stuff like that, and that's where Casagrande's art really impresses me. It's like that quick shot of the action. Everything is in focus. The backgrounds are blurred. You know exactly where the characters are, exactly how they're feeling. The artwork looks so gorgeous and cool. I love it a lot. Natasha easily takes down Snapdragon. She's like, you should have brought a gun to this fight, and just shoots her in the knee. And then we see that Viper's about to attack Natasha, but Red Guardian comes in and stops it, and Yelena takes down Viper, and we see that the entire time Red Guardian has been a spy working against them, and he's like, yo, Natasha, I was never working with them. I stopped them so this would happen. Now go do something for you about that. And Natasha's like, I should probably kill you right now, but I'm not going to. We'll deal with this a later day. So I thought Red Guardian was going to be a villain. Turns out he's not. Maybe for the reason that he is going to be in the movie. That's probably why they had to make him have a good switch here. Maybe that's why the book was delayed, because we had to show that Red Guardian was a good guy. And like Marvel caught up to the script. They're like, oh shit, he's a good guy in our movie. He has to be a good guy in here. So he's going to sacrifice himself in a sense to save Natasha. So we see him take a bullet for her. So we know he's a good guy. The action's going well. We see Clint on top of an I-beam shooting arrows down at everyone while Yelena and Natasha start kicking ass and taking names. Then they torch the building and they escape. Yelena leaves, and we get another moment with Clint and Natasha, and Clint's like, you know what? I was kind of offended it kind of hurt my feelings that I wasn't a part of your perfect life, you know? There was James and Steve, and you even named the cat Logan. Like, why didn't you use Clint? And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, that's such a Clint thing to think and react to. But Natasha's like, dude, I didn't come for the names. They wanted to give things that would impact me in this different way. And if it was your name, I might figure out something was off, because how could I forget you? And I like it. They have a soft moment where Clint says, I could stay with you and help you out here. But I love it. She just says, it's okay. I need to be alone right now, and we'll figure stuff out later. So she goes to a different safe house, and she's crouching on the couch. And in comes the Winter Soldier, Bucky, and he's like, it's done. They're safe. I won't tell you where they are, but they're safe. The money, everything's situated. They're all fine. You don't have to worry about it at all. So we realize that Stevie and James have survived, and it's really fun. I really liked it. We get a nice moment between Bucky and Natasha where they're talking about, like, this was such a weird task to ask of James Buchanan Barnes because of the name James. And these two, of course, do kind of have a history of being intimate with each other. So we're seeing, like, okay, what is this going to do? Are these two going to hook up now in this book, or how is it going to connect to things later on? But we see that Natasha realizes they chose the name James because they knew it would give her that sense of relief and feeling. Something that both of these two want, something that both Bucky and Natasha want, is to be able to have this life together. And they both know they can't have it, or they will never be able to feel that way and have that simple life. And the idea that James was named James in their world really gave them this sense of wonder that they could actually have it. But they both realized it's something they could probably never feel or never have, because they're going to always have these moments to fight each other. And I thought that was pretty cool. I think out of anybody in Natasha's history of people she has been intimate with, Bucky's an interesting choice to pick. If you want my honest opinion, I really like the Natasha and Matt Murdock relationship. I would really like to focus on that one, but I understand why you chose James for this. I think it was really nice to see, like, Bucky and her have this moment where it's like saying your piece about how we could never truly be together and that we can't have this moment. So we know that James and Stevie are alive in this moment. Natasha is saying they're dead so she can allow herself to grieve and move on, but she just collapses into James's arms, and they just have their nice moment of, like, this is a lot. I like it a lot. I don't know if these two are going to hook up, or if they did after this. I don't know, but it's just nice that the Winter Soldier and Black Widow were able to have these personal moments together. It made me smile a lot. So we do get some shot that Stevie and James are okay and alive, which made me really happy, just seeing the closure there. And then we cut to the end of the book, and we see that Natasha's in a new suit with a hood and some nice looking lighting patterns on the side in the red. She's talking to Elena. It's like, I got to be something different for Stevie and for James. That's what I'm going to try to do. You can come with me, Elena. We can have a new life. And we see that this is a new era for Black Widow, one that I don't think is going to shock a lot of people, because, you know, a movie's coming out, we got to make her different and unique, and we're doing that. So I like it. I think the new costume works for the most part. It's not as a big contrast difference as something like the new Spider-Woman suit was, so I think people will be a little more accepting of this. She's kind of got like that jacket that we've seen her wear before. So I'm like, cool. I'm okay with this. I think it's kind of fun. I could read more of this. I'm very excited to read more of this. I can't get over this artwork, man. It's so gorgeous. I love every second of it. The coloring looks fantastic. The characters all look unique. And I love a good story written by Kelly Thompson. Everything about this worked so well. I'm so glad this book was finally able to come back and have something to read. I just enjoy it so much. Black Widow is such a fun surprise hit for me, one I wasn't expecting to like as much as I would, but I'm so glad it's here, and it's damn worth your time. So, Black Widow issue number 5, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.